So I don't know about you, but I am becoming very aware of my inner reformer. I have this inner reformer that is constantly at work on identifying what is wrong and figuring out how to reform it. And when it's not working on the world, it's working on every single action, thought, move, idea I make or have. I just this morning when I was doing my breathing, that ticking noise is annoying. When I was doing my breathing, I was becoming very aware of how the inner reformer is constantly at work and putting the brakes on every forward desire that I have. So when I'm painting, there is a parallel process going on to the creative process, which is that is not right, that is not good refrain that dissociates me from being fully in my creative desire and makes the process draining rather than nourishing. So as I was doing, as I said, I'll be listening to podcasts and books all day, like philosophical, political podcasts and books all day to just kind of avoid my own thoughts, which are on the whole stressful. And so I'll listen to other people's thoughts on how to reform, diagnose and reform, and make what is bad right and good, as a way to distract from my own reformer, way to project my own inner reformer out onto the world. And meanwhile, what am I doing? I'm not doing anything. I'm just thinking, taking me farther and farther away from my instinctual source, where the magic happens, where the real alchemy can happen, and the real libido can be accessed. I mean, every revolution is driven by libido first. So, as I'm doing my breathing this morning, I promise I'm getting to the point. I'm doing my breathing this morning, and oh yes, I had a memory of being about 5 years old, and I'm in the bathroom with my hairbrush trying to fix my hair. I'm still trying to fix my hair. Actually, my hair's been fixed. And I'm trying to fix my hair, looking at myself in the mirror. I have a vivid memory of crying, seeing my face in shame and anguish because my reflection in the mirror is so wrong. And my hair is frizzy and fluffy, and I look like a clown to myself. I mean, now I just became a clown. That's the alchemy. And I was hitting my head with the hairbrush, like in helplessness and frustration that I could not fix myself to be acceptable and better. Now, I've had this memory before intellectually, but when I was breathing this morning, I really felt I felt the child, I felt the wounded child's experience, and I felt close to that feeling of the wounded child. And, all this like heal your wounded child stuff, that's just more talk. But in this moment, I was able to actually feel it and go back and have kind of an experience, like a imaginal experience with the child in the bathroom hitting herself in the head with the hairbrush because she thought she wasn't good enough. And I grabbed her hand and I was like, no, 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 no. What are you seeing? Now, please remember, when you're an artist, often visual artists have the same relationship to what they're making as what they have to themselves. So this hitting myself with brush, with the hairbrush, the paint, oh my God, look, 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 self-hating paintbrush, pulling out the hair. I made this a long time, not that long ago, a couple weeks ago, when I was having this moment in the studio. I was having this moment in the studio of hating everything I'm doing and just like taking it out on the painting. Wow. So and the brush is pulling her hair out. The shit's real. So the inner and the outer are connected. It's all a dream. And so I go back and I grab her hand. I grab the brush from her hand. I'm like, what are you seeing in the mirror? And she said, I'm ugly. I'm ugly. Her face is like, I'm ugly. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. No, look, you're not. And I help her see through different eyes. This happens when I'm painting sometimes, is I can switch my eyes from the reformer eyes to the appreciator eyes and see everything I'm making in a new light. It can switch on a dime, actually. And as soon as I start seeing everything I'm doing as interesting and full of potential, possibility, and beautiful even, then the whole experience of painting completely changes, obviously, and it feeds on itself, and you paint more, and then you get better at painting. So I said, what do you see? And she said, I'm ugly. I'm like, no, look. And I switch her eyes, and I help her see herself through my eyes, appreciator eyes, magical eyes, and she starts to look like a fairy. Now, when I was a kid, I desperately wanted to see fairies. I believed in them completely. I could feel them, but I just could never see one. And it was a kind of an obsession. I really wanted to hang out with fairies. And so what we did in the mirror is we made up her face so she looked like a fairy. She looked insane. She looked crazy, and fluffed her hair out even more so it was like this halo, and went out into the woods. And guess what? The fairy showed up. And I had this like psychedelic visionary experience of the fairies this morning, just now, actually. And it felt like all this inspiration. And then I was like, oh my God, I want to make my paintings to attract the fairies. So the wounded child energy in me that takes the form of obsessively listening to political and philosophical podcasts when I'm not struggling against my reformer negative inner thoughts that are just trying to make things better so I can fucking live. So we all can just fucking live. I got to the heart of it, core of it, and transmuted it into creative, possibly magical energy, life force that we need right now. Because all of our intellectual reformations are repeatedly failing to really have any effect. I'm just still blown away by the self-hating paintbrush as she's pulling her hair out. I mean, that's the face even. I can't believe it's been 9 minutes. That's the face. I hate myself. Anyway, so if you want help on these own inner journeys, if you want guidance on how to transmute your wounds into life force, creativity, and have more fun in the studio, then I can help you. See, I do this shit all the time, and I can help you too. So I do one-on-one mentoring, and I have a group called Painter Friends where we do this stuff in a group. So get in touch if you want to talk about doing it. I'll do like a half an hour free talk just to see if it's something you'd be interested in. I guess I should say how to find me. I haven't even made a webpage for this or anything yet. So if I end up posting this on Instagram, link in bio. If I end up posting it on YouTube, contact me through my website, katewhite.com, Kate with a C. Okay. Thank you for joining me on my inner journey this morning to fairyland.